So if you've written copy before, then maybe you know a thing or two about bullets. If not, then welcome to your new best friend when it comes to making sales. Bullets are those little bullet points that you've no doubt seen in every piece of sales literature you've ever read that make very short, concise promises about what you will get or achieve or what your outcome will be from using the product or service. So it's all about, bullets are all about writing short little sentences with benefits and promises in them. And what I want to make sure you understand is that one single bullet can sell an entire course. Think of it this way. If you were to go fishing, you could put one line into the water with one type of bait, or you could put 20 lines in the water with 20 different types of bait, and maybe fish one likes this type of bait and fish two wants this type of bait, and they both work for the different fish. I don't know, I'm not a big fisherman, but that's the metaphor that we'll go with to describe not just the importance of having a lot of bullets, but the importance of one single bullet, because what we have found is that there are a couple bullets that we've written that everybody says, I want that thing. So a quick story to illustrate that. Years and years and years ago when I was launching Unbreakable, it was our first course, and the night before we launched it, I did not have a sales letter. I'd been doing a product launch formula style launch. If you're not familiar with that, it's a series of videos that you kind of amp people's excitement up, and then you sort of drop the hammer and you say, okay, rush to the gates, we're open, we're live, like this is happening right now. So you get people's excitement up and then you launch it. And then the product launch was going amazingly, and then I realized that I did not have a sales letter the night before. I contacted my friend Dave Z, amazing copywriter in his own right, and I said, what should I do? And he said, well, here's a sales letter for a product that I would like you to just copy line by line and replace everything about making money with things about dating women. And it was a product, I think it was called Launch Tree. It was a long form sales letter. So I went in, it was around 8 p.m. I copied it line for line, but I made some significant changes, and he got back to me. He said, nope, not close enough, not significant enough, or too significant of changes, excuse me. Get closer. So I did it again, and I did it again. There was some other nonsense going on in my house at the time. That's a story for when we're off camera. But it was a crazy night, and I remember that he had me copying it so closely that I actually took one of the bullet points, and the bullet point was something like the low-hanging fruit principle for ... I don't remember what the proposed outcome was or promise was of the low-hanging fruit principle, but that was the bullet that I took from the Launch Tree sales letter, and I replaced something like the low-hanging fruit principle for converting cold customers into cash, or who knows what it was, into the low-hanging fruit principle for converting friends into relationships. And there was no low-hanging fruit principle in Unbreakable. I was just copying bullet points. And when we launched the course, we had a whole bunch of people write in and contact us and say, hey, I really wanted to know what that low-hanging fruit principle was, and I didn't see it anywhere in the course. So I had to go back, retroactively create it, and add it as a bonus module, which, again, sometimes you're moving fast, you're trying out new ideas, these things happen. But that was the first time that the power of bullets was illustrated to me in such a compelling way. And since then, we've seen there's a particular bullet in the girlfriend sales letter that actually I'll pull up right here. It is, let's see, I've got a whole lot of text here. Okay. I'll give you one sneaky but ethical strategy to get a woman who's unattainable. Either she friend-zoned you or she has a boyfriend. Use this and she'll think about what a mistake she made, and fair warning, women can become very sexually aggressive when they want to prove themselves to you. So we have had so many men write in and tell us it's because of that bullet that I bought this product. And they don't use the word bullet, but they say that little sentence right there. So again, I can't understate or perhaps overstate, whatever it is, I can't overexpress the importance of bullets. And in fact, some copywriters write bullets first. I know quite a few who, when they sit down to create a product, this is the first thing they do. They talk about all the benefits that you can get from using this product. And so this is, whether that's your style or not, we'll talk about in a later section. But no matter what you sell, bullets are a must. You absolutely must get very concise and clear about what the promises and outcomes are that your prospect will achieve with your product. So what are the general bullet principles? To write a great bullet, there are three, I would say there's three rules. The first one is you've got to create curiosity, anxiety, and or desire. So you should make the prospect want something, want to learn about something, or be anxious that they don't know something. And either one, well, any or all of those can lead to a great bullet. That's point one. Point two is you want to offer a solution without offering a specific answer. So you want to talk about you'll be learning X, Y, Z, or 3 secrets that so-and-so doesn't want you to use, but you don't actually tell them what they'll be learning or the specific 3 secrets. And finally, a great bullet will make the prospect think, I've got to learn that, or I've got to have that. If they can walk away with that, then fantastic. So if all your bullets adhere to those 3 rules, generally, you're going to write good bullets, pending, of course, your progress as a great copywriter and ability to write clearly and concisely. What are the benefits? We've been talking about bullets are basically selling benefits. A benefit is an outcome. It's a promise. It's something that the prospect will achieve as a result of buying your thing. Here are a few ways to think about benefits, and this is a lot of what we've heard already with respect to promises and outcomes. What will your prospect feel? Obviously, you want your prospect to feel something good, something exciting, something happy, if you are delivering something positive. What specific thing will happen to your prospect as a result of your product? What will your prospect never have to do or feel again? This can be a very powerful bullet. So you'll never again feel the sting of rejection when you approach a woman and don't know what to say. You'll never again know what it feels like to be rushing to be juggling credit card debt and struggling to make your mortgage payments on time. So let's review those. What will your prospect feel? What specific things will happen to your prospect? And what will your prospect never have to do or feel again? Those are great ways to encapsulate benefits, and if you can relate those all back to the big idea, you're going to have incredible bullets. And that's important. All of your bullets should be related in some way to your big idea. I'm sure we understand this at this point, but you don't want to just pull a bullet completely out of left field that has nothing to do with your big idea. All the bullets should reinforce the big idea that the prospect has already bought into. So what are a few different types of bullets? Well, here are 4 different types of bullets that I like to write and I find myself writing frequently. The first type would be number bullets. So 3 ways to achieve such and such. 5 steps to a perfect blah, blah, blah. 7 insiders' reasons that you will never make money in the world unless you buy my course. Or the number 1 mistake which holds people back from losing the fat that they really want. Those are numbers, and typically we find that odd numbers work better than even numbers in these bullets. I don't know why. Somehow people are just more responsive to odd numbers. So I've included some of these examples here, and I encourage you to innovate and have fun with these. Again, 3 ways, 5 steps, 7 insiders' reasons, the number 1 mistake. I mean, you could go on and on and on and come up with all sorts of fun ways to have adjectives or nouns follow your numbers there. So that's a number bullet. The second type of bullet is the secrets bullet. So essentially, you're revealing a secret. The secret reason that you bought this course. Secrets of the wealthy and elite who that they don't want to share with you. Or the weird secret behind why women fall in love with jerks. So in this, we're revealing a secret. We're talking about something that the prospect doesn't know but wishes to know. Another type of bullet is what I would call the leverage bullet. So in this bullet, we're talking about small effort and big outcomes. So for example, the tiny little X, which Y. So what would that look like? The tiny little investment which doubles your income in 3 months or less. Man, that would be a big one. I'd like that. So the tiny little investment which doubles your income in 3 months or less. Or in less than 5 minutes, you can, X, right? So in less than 5 minutes, you can rebalance your portfolio in a way that will save you 13% in car insurance or more a year. That was a completely nonsensical sentence, but that's a good example of where we would use a bullet, a leverage bullet, in a mainstream ad. You may have heard that one before. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance. So that's essentially a leverage bullet right there. A final type of bullet is the consequences bullet. So do X and you'll get Y. Followed my advice on page 33 of the guidebook, and you'll find that your second dates turn into third dates 99% of the time. So do X and you'll get Y. Or if you don't X, watch out, right? So if you don't if you don't follow my King Game tips from section 9 of the course, then be careful, because women will see you as a sleazy player instead of a cool, charismatic leader. So that's a good way of selling something that you want to sell, and making sure that they don't. Again, you're using this to generate some fear of, oh my gosh, if I don't learn this, then I might come across this way, or I might make this mistake. Another example would be, and that's this one, excuse me, this is, that one is, I've already used. So those are our 4 examples of bullets: number bullets, secrets bullets, leverage bullets, and consequences bullets. And we've got a whole bunch of examples of these in the workbook, so jump in, have a look, and come up with some on your own, because I find it very fun to come up with these. So in the next section, that's the baseline of bullets, let's talk about how we are going to punch up and expand our bullets and know that we've got fantastic bullets.